what's up, everybody? Just wanted to talk about a little bit of what's going on with the training lately. So officially, I'm not really started the training for this half marathon block that's coming up, but I've been building up my base a little bit, running often, well, running every day, but upping the mileage a little bit, running more than just that minimum mile per day. But I have to say, I've been running almost exclusively on the treadmill, and so that has definitely affected probably the quality of the runs that I'm getting, but it hasn't been too bad. And I've been running exclusively on the treadmill because this is an extremely wintry winter. So being in Canada, being in Atlantic Canada especially, we get a lot of wet and wild and snowy weather, a lot of like nor'easter storms that come up, blizzard-like conditions, and we've been hit pretty hard. And right now there are banks at the end of my driveway that are taller than I am. Now, I'm not a real tall guy, but that's still, they're bigger than human size. And there's a lot of snow down. We got another foot last night, and it's just been difficult to get out. It's not so bad maybe if I was living like right in a town or a city where streets and sidewalks are cleared out really well. And you've got a good running surface no matter what the conditions outside. But here it's a little bit more rural, so the roads aren't perfectly cleared out. They're not cleared really wide. On the main road, the paved shoulder that I would normally run on is completely covered in snow. And that's kind of just where they're plowing. They haven't really widened it, so it really limits the outdoor opportunities. But at the same time, I'm getting used to running on the treadmill. I'm finding it way easier to get on for 20, 30 minutes or more, and just been running along without feeling like, without it getting too boring. And I've had some good runs. I've had, a few good runs where I'm watching a lot of other runners who are on YouTube doing their thing, watching their training talk kind of videos, and maybe watching some other content like, video game pickups or music type stuff like Rick Beato, his reaction videos or his discussion videos where he's talking about various bands or music lists. I really enjoy that kind of stuff. It's easy to kind of just get involved with while you're just running along and not really paying attention. So with that said, I have definitely been running a lot with two pairs of shoes mainly on the treadmill. One of them being my dedicated treadmill shoe, which is the Reebok Flow Ride Energy, and that's a version 1 actually. I know the version 3 is a big hit, version 2 is a big hit. Version 1 for me, as I've talked about before, I absolutely love this shoe. Got it for a very big discount early last year, and it's one of my favorite shoes. I don't run in it, or haven't run in it all that much really, other than this recent treadmill block, but I'm really liking it. And then of course the other one is the A6 Nova Blast. So I kept those clean so I could wear them on the treadmill as well. And so I'd say I do most of my runs in either the Nova Blast or the Energies, and I kind of rotate them. And every now and then I'll throw another shoe in there in the mix, but have been enjoying that. The Nova Blast version 1, again, still, I only got those back in the summer, but I wasn't running a lot, and I actually didn't start running in them until late in 21 because I had other shoes that I was just still running in, and I just didn't want to add another one to the rotation. But I've very quickly gotten that up in mileage to where some of those other shoes are. So anyway, it hasn't been too bad. It's been interesting to be almost exclusively a treadmill runner. Boy, though, coming from somebody who absolutely hated the treadmill, absolutely dreaded it, they called it the dreadmill, it really hasn't been that bad. And I am grateful for the luxury of having one. It's been very, very helpful during this extremely wintry start to 2022, where there would have been many days that I just couldn't have even run outside. It was just ridiculous. So it's coming along. As far as the quality and the quantity of the runs, I would like to maybe have my mileage up just a little bit more going into the training block, but I do feel very comfortable that, I'm at a point now where I could easily run 40, 50, 60K a week, I think, without any issues at all. I'm still just kind of ramping up. Hit like 35 last week or something like that, which I know isn't a lot. It's low 20s in miles. But, keeping in mind this is half marathon training, I don't need to be running like 100 miles a week or something stupid like that. In fact, I just don't even think that I could at this point in time. I'm not ready for that kind of mileage, but I will be picking up in this block. I'm going to be going I'm going to be treating week 1 of the training block, which actually starts on January 31st and runs till February 6th. That first week is actually what I'm going to consider like a first kind of scale back week. Even though I'm not going to have done a lot of workouts or like lots of mileage before then, I'm still going to take that first week as an opportunity to just be like, okay, here we are, starting point, reflect on this, do a couple low-key kind of workouts, and just kind of go from there. And then week 2 really just start mumping it up. So, I'll be up to like 70K a week by about week 4, and just kind of hovering between there and 80K a week, 50 miles, somewhere around there for a few, dropping it back every 4th week. And then I'll peak at about week 10 to 11. I'm going to try to peak at about 100 to 115 kilometers in the week. So 60 to 70 miles. And, that'll be some uncharted territory for me. But I think that if I just get there slowly and smartly while scaling back every 4th week and taking some recovery and not taking any risks in the training, knowing that just upping the mileage itself will be enough for me to achieve my goal of a sub 140. Like, I know if I'm running that much, I'm going to be fit enough to run a sub 140. I have the speed. I mean, that goal pace does not feel tough for me. It's really just the aerobic endurance and just that speed endurance. Like, I know for a fact that once I do this and I break that 140 mark, and then if I just continue this level consistently for a couple of years, I'll probably break 130 without too much difficulty, honestly. I feel confident in my ability to improve as a runner. I just know that I need to put the work in and I need to be running the consistent mileage. It's just simple as that. And that's where I have kind of failed a little bit in the last couple of years, and some of that was due to some injury and some false starts back. And I've learned a lot in the last couple of years while I've not been running very much. So it's interesting now that I am running every day, and I'm day 115 or 116 in the run streak right now, where I'm really taking a lot of the lessons I learned from not running into my running and being like, okay, yep, here we go. This is how we do this, and just getting back into it nicely. So anyway, it's been good. Still just really pumped for some spring races and some summer races. I think I'm going to have to tweak the plan for my 50K. I was going to do a solo 50K effort around a local lake here. I'm going to tweak that date because I did just secure I do some dog walking and dog sitting and stuff in my old neighborhood before I moved here in the summer, and I haven't really done much of any of that at all since I've moved. I just kind of wanted to make sure we got settled in the new house and stuff, but I do have a family in my old area that has a farm, has like a hobby farm. It's not, they're not raising these animals for food for themselves or anything, but there's about 30 plus animals. And they've had it planned now for a couple of years to go to a family member's wedding in the UK that's just continued to be postponed due to the global situation. But they do have it planned now for mid-August to mid-September that they're going to be gone away. So I'll have to tweak my date for the 50K from that Labor Day weekend, probably till after I get back from the farm, I think. Because I think I'll have a good opportunity to run there a lot and, still get in some very good quality training while I'm there, taper down a little bit, and then maybe tackle that the first week that I'm back home from that stay. But that'll be interesting. Still really looking forward to that. And that 50K is just, like I say, it's just a solo thing. It's just something I want to do for myself. And so I don't have a time goal. It's not anything that I feel any pressure about. It's just something that I want to do, and you know, I don't want to be prepared for it, but I do have some flexibility because, you know, nobody else is relying on me and I'm not on anybody else's schedule. So yeah, just thought I'd throw a little update video out there. I haven't been making a lot of YouTube videos because my content would basically be me running on the treadmill or sitting here talking to you guys like this. And, you know, until I can get back outside and get some good quality running in, talking about my training and doing some shots while on the fly, you know, maybe the content will be just a little bit more stale, but we'll try to mix it up a little bit, try to give you some updates as we go along. You can definitely follow me along on Strava. There's a link in the description so you can at least kind of see what I'm doing or get some idea of, you know, the runs that I'm doing, the paces that I'm doing, all on the treadmill. And, you know, I do try to keep my Instagram and Instagram story updated as well. Sometimes I just throw random stuff up on my story that's not quite enough to make a video out of, just, you know, something I just want to share. So there's a couple of other options if you want to follow along a little bit more until things get more exciting here on the channel. But for now, I do thank you for watching, and if you've made it this far, I'll take a little note from Dan Runs. Go check him out. And if you have made it to this point in the video, please comment banana in the comments section. And then any anecdote, story about bananas or other fruits that you like down below. All right. Thanks, Dan, for the idea, and thanks, everybody, for watching, and peace. We will see you next time.